What is up, guys? T-Ray all day, back for episode 4 of my Olympique Lyon career mode, and I'm going to be posting this a lot more than my Leeds United career mode, possibly doing the Leeds one, possibly every third day, every other day, but I'm definitely going to be doing this at least every day, and the Leeds United one not as often. Possibly get them caught up, because right now I'm in about the end of December of my Leeds United career mode, and in this one, of course, I just barely kicked off the season. So once I get them on the same wavelength, perhaps I can decide which one I want to do a bit more, and decide which one's more fun to do, because right now I'm finding the Lyon one a lot more fun. But that's usually the case when you start a new career mode, because you're making new signings and whatnot. So when I get them on the same wavelength, perhaps I'll be able to find out which one I think is more entertaining, and possibly take on with that one a lot more often. I'm still going to do both series and finish both of them, but right now I'm finding the Lyon one a lot more entertaining. But we're against Nantes in this first game, as Jimmy Briand gets on the ball in the 19th minute. He's going to push forward on that right wing, and that's where I like him to play, not striker as he's listed as. He's going to cross it in. Jeremy Menez is in the middle, and he skies that over the frame of goal. And you can't really blame him there. That was a pretty tough shot, but that was legit one of our only chances in the first half. But we have another one here in the 38th minute as Russell Tabor comes into the box. He crosses in. Menez is there. That's in the back of the net. That's a goal! No, it is not. The ref blows his whistle, and that's a handball in the box. So we get a penalty out of it. So, you know, we did score, but they're giving us another chance to score again because that was wrongly, you know, they shouldn't have called a handball there. It went to the back of the net. But Jeremy Menez will step up. You know, we're going to get that goal that we just barely missed and go up 1-0. Oh, shit. No, we are not. Thank you, EA, for, you know, putting that handball, making it give a penalty instead of giving the goal, because now it is still level at 0-0, but we're in the 53rd minute now as Lucas Ocampos gets forward. He does a nice Burba spin. He's going to cross that. Menez is there. He couldn't quite get his head to that as Rio gets the ball, and this is all unedited right here. This is just one big sequence as Rio clears it. I get Kabul with an awful mistake there, but Doya gets to the ball. The American pushing forward. He gets by all my defenders. He's going to take a shot, and that hits the side netting. So luckily it's a goal kick, and we didn't concede there. But this is still unedited. Vercout sends it forward to Nabi Sarr. He tries to send it over to Briand. It gets to Briand. Briand now, an awful pass trying to hit Ferry. Treble on the ball to Djordjevic. Djordjevic back to Treble. Treble back to Djordjevic. Djordjevic now, he's going to cross it in, and Nikolica is there to score in the 59th minute. From what was basically their first attack of the game other than the Bedoya shot. They didn't have any in the first half. There was barely any chances from both sides, but either way, that's pretty disappointing on our part. Very bad defending, and Kabul's mistake ultimately led to that. I know it's, you know, hard to say Briand's as well, but ultimately Kabul's. But we're in the starting off from kickoff here. You can see we made 2 substitutions as Ocampos gets a nice roulette around the defender. He's going to push around outside the right wing. He's going to cross it in. Marvos in the middle and equalize, motherfucker. We are tied 1-1 in the 61st minute by a goal from Sylvain Marvo, the central forward in this game, and that's his first goal in a Lyon shirt. And Les Scones are tied 1-1 with Nantes, and look at that header. That was absolutely fantastic. Look at it from this angle as well. I love it from this angle more. Just barely creeps in on the frame of goal. But we're in the 73rd minute as Tabor sends it across. Kone couldn't quite get his head to that. Nabi Sarr's on the ball now. He passes over to Sylvain Marvo. Sylvain Marvo loses possession from Sissoko, but Kabul's able to get it back. He passes forward to Yohan Gorkuf, who came on for Gonalons, and Ocampos crosses in, but Ryu's able to get it away as it goes to Bakary Kone. Kone on the ball now. He passes to Yohan Gorkuf. Gorkuf to Grenier. Grenier sends it forward to Russell Tabor. We're just keeping control of the ball like a boss. Ocampos on the ball. He crosses in. Marvo couldn't quite get his head to it. That is how that play would end. I don't know why I paused for so long, but Muniain on the ball. He passes over to Russell Tabor. We're in the 89th minute now. Could we possibly get that goal to go ahead that we should have gotten in the first half? And no, we cannot from that attempt, but Gorkuf on the ball. He's going to push alongside the right wing. He takes a quick stop. He passes over to Russell Tabor. Tabor on the ball. He's just going to look for some open space to perhaps get a shot off. He passes over to Sylvain Marvo, tries at least. Menez gets to the ball. Ocampos could possibly get to it, but it goes out for a goal kick, and the game would end 1-1 in a game that we definitely should have came out with 3 points in, as we got aided over by the ref blowing a whistle for a handball when the ball went to the back of the net. But you can see Nabi Sarr is happy with his playing time, but Badimo is not. And I'm definitely considering going with a 4 at the back formation because of how bad I've been doing with 3 at the back. But we're coming up against Vitesse in our first Europa League game of the series so far, and on my channel so far, in fact. But we're going with 3-5-1-1 for this game as well. We got Nabi Sarr in the middle, Grenier and Malbranc playing in defensive mid positions. We got Brizuela, Gourcuff, Muniain, Marvo, and Yassine Benzia. You can see Fofana's in awful form, so perhaps he can do a bit better in this game, because like I said, the 3 at the back isn't doing that well, and we need him on good form if it's going to do well, because we don't want any mistakes to happen in the back. And like I said at the start of the series, Vitesse is definitely a team that's going to contend for the first 2 spots to get out of the group, and the next spot will come down to Valencia and myself, with Rapid Vienna just kind of there to possibly get one of the teams to slip up and not advance. But you can see Havenar, we're starting off from kickoff. I could not get control of the ball as Proper sends it forward to Van Aanholt, who we try to get in my Leeds United career mode, and Havenar on the ball. Umtiti tries to get it away from Piazon, but Van Aanholt still on the ball. Umtiti finally gets it away. He tries to clear it, but Van Aanholt's there. A low cross, and Labiad is able to put it into the back of the net in only the 4th minute. We barely touched the ball, if any, and Zachary Labiad is able to score, the man alone. 1-0 down already in a very disappointing first Europa League match, and that just went right under Lopez. But we're in the 7th minute as Grenier sends it forward to Sylvain Marvo. Marvo with the pass, trying to find Gourcuff, but it's not a great pass, and they're able to clear it. He's somehow onside. Havenar, the Japanese player, he makes a quick stop. He passes to Piazon. Piazon tries to tuck it under, but Umtiti's there, and he just pokes it on to Lopez, who's able to grab it, and he's going to clear it away, and it goes forward, but Van Aanholt is there to get the ball back. We are now in the 11th minute as Kasia passes forward to Proper. Proper on the ball now. He passes forward to Lucas Piazon. Piazon, the man on loan from Chelsea, is going to push forward. He passes over to Ibarra. Ibarra makes a quick stop, and he puts that in the back of the net. So we're already down 2-0 in our first Europa League match in the 13th minute. So, wow. As you can tell from the title, wow. Not a great start for a Europa League campaign, and our Europe ambitions are being halted here. Of course, they wanted us to reach the semi-final of this competition, and that's how the half would end, 2-0 in Vitesse's favor. We didn't even have one chance. We're in the 68th minute here as Marvo sends it forward to Yassine Benzia. Benzia on the ball. He cuts inside. I don't know how they didn't get to it. Benzia could not quite put that in the back of the net, but you can see Marvo pulled up there, and we're going to have to substitute him. Let's see how bad this injury is. As you see, I'm deciding what player I want to bring on, because everyone's on low fitness. If you would have saw there fast enough, he tore his hamstring. So that's more bad injury news for us. And we're in the 77th minute now, is the Mexican Isaac Brizuela with a nice Burba spin. And if you would have saw there, Johan Gourcuff pulled up, and he's down. He's holding his left leg, in fact. So let's see what happens here. Could more injury aids possibly, hinder us? But you can see it's a torn calf muscle, so that's more bad news. It's not just a minor injury taking him off; it's a very severe one. And Steve Malbranc now on the ball in the 86th minute. We're just trying to get a goal as Brizuela just takes a very random shot, as we're just trying to get one back, perhaps help our goal difference. And Van Aanholt's having none of it. He passes forward to Piazon, but Brizuela is working hard to make sure that we get some sort of, even just a goal, and Benzia sends it outside from a pretty good cross from Brizuela. I've been impressed with him in the amount of games he's played so far for us. But we would ultimately lose 2-0 to Vitesse and lose 2 key players as well, so it's almost as if we lost 4-0. And you can see Lyon, the board, is not happy, and Marvo is out for 2 months with a torn hamstring, so that's not good. He's been great so far when he's been playing for us, and Gourcuff is out for 3 months, so that is more bad news. He's also been very good as well. So 3 of our key players are now out. As you can see, Lacazette still has 2 months remaining, Gourcuff has 3 months remaining, and Marvo has 2 months remaining on his injury. So that's a pretty key part of the season that we're missing some great players that could very well help us in our race to advance in the Europa League and, in fact, help us gain, just help us get up in the league, because right now we are doing awful. And we're coming up against Ajaccio, who in real life are getting relegated, definitely. They only have 3 wins on the season, so we should easily be getting by them here, getting a full 3 points to help lift our confidence after that game that we should have won in the draw against Nantes, and that awful loss against Vitesse, losing basically 4-0 after losing those 2 key players as well. And we're at Ajaccio, so that's going to not help us at all, but Pedretti sends in a cross here, and Kabul does well to head it away, and Fofana does well to head it away, but it goes straight to Andre. Andre's going to push forward, he chips it over to Barroso, and he takes a shot, but Lopez is there, and it's cleared away. But we're in the 35th minute now. Russell Tabert, the Canadian, pushing forward, he's on the right wing, he's going to send it in, and Menez could possibly get there, he's still on the ball, he tries to cross in, and Barroso does well to get rid of it as Zubar's on the ball. Menez tries to get back on the ball. He's being very aggressive to get that ball back. He does a nice Burba spin inside, but it's ultimately cleared, and the half would end 0-0 in a very boring first half, and we should have definitely gotten at least 1 goal in that first half, but there's still chance, and we're in the second half now. In the 61st minute, Tabert sends in a free kick, and the header goes right to Ochoa, and we weren't able to get a goal there, and Ochoa's able to clear it, and it goes right to Pedretti, but Menez gets it right back. Menez passes to Tabert, Tabert with a pass over to Menez, but it couldn't quite hit him, and you can see Mostefa on the ball, he passes to Benoit Pedretti, Pedretti to Diarra, Diarra on the ball with a nice pass over to Junior Teo, Teo, the man from Roma, passes forward to Mostefa, Mostefa tries to take a shot, but Lopez does well to save that, and it's cleared away, and this is all unedited, which is absolutely crazy. You can see Barroso gets it taken away by Gonalons, but Gonalons with an awful pass. Diarra tries to chip it over, but Brizuela clears it awfully. Mostefa on the ball passes to Pedretti. Pedretti with a nice pass to Teo, and Teo tucks it under Anthony Lopez, and they are up 1-0 in the 69th minute. Haha, 69, but we're losing, so it's not that funny. But 1-0, we are down against arguably the worst team in the league. So if things couldn't get worse, wow, we're losing 1-0 to Ajaccio. And in the 73rd minute, we whip in a cross. It doesn't go anywhere. Brizuela on the ball. He takes a shot. We're just trying to get a goal to possibly just get even a point out of this. And Fofana's on the ball in the 79th minute. He takes a shot, and it goes just wide. And we could not get a goal from him there. We're in the 89th minute now. Fofana passes to Russell Tabert. Russell Tabert, the Canadian, pushing forward. He does a nice Burba spin. This could be very well our last chance of the game. Menez sends it off the bar. Muniain just put it in. No, what a great defensive effort from Ajaccio there. Muniain, I don't know why you didn't just put that to the back of the net. I went absolutely crazy when that happened. I was absolutely pissed off. Menez still has a chance here. He takes a shot, and that is a great save from Ochoa. We still have a chance because it is a corner. Fofana steps up to take it. He whips in the cross. Gonalons is there, but another nice save from Ochoa. Grenier is able to get the ball. We are still alive. He crosses in. That's a handball, ref. That's got to be a handball, but he doesn't call it. They send it forward. Andre sends it to Cavalli, and the game would end. The ref blows his whistle. What a douchebag. Why didn't you blow a whistle for handball there? You blow it when I score, but you don't blow it there when that was obviously a handball. At least it looked like it from my angle. And we lose 1-0. Wow, is all I gotta say. As you can tell from the title. Just, wow, this episode's been absolute shit. Absolute shit. We should have won 2-1 against Nantes. We should have won against, we shouldn't have won. We shouldn't have lost 2 players against Vitesse, and we lose to the worst team in the league. And as you can see, we currently sit in 12th with 7 points from 7 games. But this is the end of the episode, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Please follow me on Twitter at TRealDay, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.